sharing with you how I created this sunflower nail art look. As you know, if you're following the blog, that in 2014 I'm really trying to improve my freehand skills, so I thought I would try my hand at some flowers. Unfortunately, I could not pick up the yellow on my camera. Maybe it's just because I don't wear it that often, but I had a hell of a time trying to really capture the colors of the yellow and the gold in the flower, and for that I am so sorry. But there's pictures on the blog. I promise, if you want to see, you can see. I have started with a white base coat and used a very, very light yellow polish by Orly as the base of the flower petals. It's going to be one of the lighter shades in the whole look, but I thought I would start with that and layer up the darker stuff on top of it. I am trying to do kind of like it, not every other petal, but to differentiate between the petals, I thought I would use a few different shades. So I've got an Orly yellow and I've got a Sinful Colors Let's Meet that's a little bit more orangey, and then I have a gold by Clean Color. It's metallic, obviously very, very sparkly, as most of their metallics are. So those are the three main polishes that I'm using, and what I'm doing is I'm kind of rotating which petals get which polish, and that just adds a little more depth and separation between the petals so they don't get mixed in, one big kind of blob. I am using just a nail art brush that I have on hand. It's very little and gives me the control that I want. You might be able to try this look with a dotting tool, but I probably would say no. I wouldn't recommend it. And the reason I say that is because with the brush, what I found was it's easier to put a lot of little light layers on and let it dry, and then just kind of build up from there to really get the color saturation where you want it. So you can see right now there's only one coat of the yellow down, and then I'm putting down the first coat of the gold metallic in. And what's going to end up happening is I'm going to put all those down, and then I'm going to let it dry, go to a different nail, and kind of rinse and repeat. And then as it dries, you'll get a better sense of how much color is actually showing, and if you need to touch it up with more, you can, because obviously with a nail art brush it's a little bit easier. I did end up using the Sinful Colors yellow because it was a little bit more orangey and it added a little bit more warmth, so I layered that over the Orly yellow that I was using just to make it a little more sunflowery, just because sunflowers are yellow, but they're more of like an orange yellow. They're closer to the orange side than they are the yellow side. So, mix and match the colors that you have in your collection. This is what I had. These were the only colors I had, so this is all I had to work with. I used two browns as the bases of the flower, the center of the flower where all the little seeds are. And those are by Nicole by OPI, and they were sent to me in honor of one of their sweepstakes they were doing a while ago. I swatched them and used them a ton on the blog, and they were amazing polishes. You can't get them in stores. They were just made for the promotion, so unfortunately you're going to have to use whatever you have in your stash. But I used my lighter brown as the base and created the most, circle-ish shape I could. And then with a dotting tool, I used the darker brown to create two different size dots within that. And that's to kind of just make that textured inner part of the sunflower. I apologize, my camera does not like picking these nails up for whatever set of reasons, so bear with me here. But really what I'm doing is along the outline, so it's not that harsh circle, I am using the bigger end of the dotting tool and putting the bigger dots on the outside, and then using the littler end with the smaller dots on the inside to create more of a filled in textured look. And again, just going through that same process of dotting the outside with the bigger ones and then the smaller dots on the inside, and just kind of adding it to see what texture I'm looking for, because for me it's difficult to try to come up with that texture of the sunflower, that innermost part. You might rock it and have your own thing, and if you do, let me know how you did it so I could try. And there's a lot of tweaking and just playing with your polishes and mixing them and layering them in this, at least the way I did it. So hopefully you could set aside a little bit of your afternoon and try this look and really play with the polishes that you have. So you don't have to go get new ones unless you want to, and then by all means go for it. But yeah, it's a pretty look. It's obviously not like the most realistic sunflower ever, obviously, because sunflowers are not shiny by nature. But it's my take on it, and I like it. They're pretty, and they're gonna be great for spring, and yeah, I like them. I finished mine in after they were completely dry with a top coat. Matte finish probably would work for these, but it's optional. Totally your choice. I prefer gloss, so I left them glossy. I hope you ladies enjoyed this tutorial. It's one of my first flower ones, so be curious to hear what you think about it. If you enjoyed this look and would like to see more in the future, make sure to like and subscribe so you get those updates to your email. As always, thank you so much for watching.